If you started your business for freedom, but now spend 60 plus hours a week drowning in decisions, tasks, and problems that only you can solve, you're not building a business, you're building a prison. In this video is your escape plan. This is your 4-step blueprint to shift from the stressed out operator to the visionary architect, earning the freedom to focus on growth and the work you actually love. I've personally used this blueprint to build a business that's generated over $50 million in revenue. So let's start with the hard truth. You've become so good at doing the work, at fulfilling the promises you've made to your customers, that you have zero time left to do the one thing that actually grows your business: thinking and strategizing. You're the chief firefighter, running from one blaze to the next with a bucket of water that's always half empty. And when you're the firefighter, you can't be the architect. This is caused by the belief that perfect is the only acceptable standard and that you're the only one who can deliver it. I'll let you in on a little secret. Perfect is the enemy of freedom. You have to stop seeing yourself as the hero who has to do everything. So step number 1 of our blueprint is to ask yourself the $1,000 per hour question. Imagine your time is now worth $1,000 an hour. With that rate in mind, what would you immediately stop doing? Answering that support email? That's not a $1,000 an hour task. Updating that spreadsheet? Not a $1,000 an hour task. Trying to fix that weird formatting issue on your website? Definitely not. This isn't just a thought exercise, it's a ruthless prioritization tool. It gives you instant clarity. Your business really only has 6 core activities: business development, sales, marketing, fulfillment, admin, and team. Right now, you're probably spending 80% of your time on admin and fulfillment, the $20 to $40 an hour tasks. The architect of the business, the true CEO, spends their time on high leverage sales, visionary marketing, and building the team. Those are your $1,000 an hour tasks. Just last year, one of my biggest JV partners, Sean Cannell, asked me to record 3 long podcasts with him in one day. I was tired and my to-do list was a mile long. The old me, the operator, would have rescheduled, but the architect in me knew a day spent on a high leverage marketing activity with the major partner is a $1,000 an hour day. My to-do list could wait. The growth of the business couldn't. So your first action is simple. For the next week, run every task through that filter. Is this a $1,000 an hour task? Make a list of everything that isn't. That list isn't your to-do list anymore. It's your to-delegate list. But that brings up the biggest fear of all. I know what you're thinking, but Marisa, no one can do it as well as I can. Delegation is a bigger headache than just doing it myself. I hear you. I've been there. This fear is the lock on your prison cell. So step number 2 is to reframe delegation. You're not just dumping tasks, you're elevating your team and yourself into your zone of genius. Right now, you're spending most of your day working in your zone of competence or even incompetence. Those are the tasks you can do, but they drain your energy and deliver average results. The secret to delegation isn't finding someone who can do the task 80% as well as you. It's about finding someone who comes alive doing that task because it's their zone of genius. You hate bookkeeping? Find a bookkeeper who loves spreadsheets more than life itself. Their genius is your freedom. Let me tell you about my student, Jennifer Hulbis. Jennifer is a genius at processes and systems, but she suffers from social anxiety. Being on camera or on stage is her nightmare. Most experts would say, too bad, you have to be the face of your company. But Jennifer used the architect's approach. She focused on her zone of genius, building the curriculum in the back end of her 6 Sigma training business. And then she hired other trainers to be the face of the company. She delegated the part everyone told her was non-negotiable. The result? Her business exploded, generating $250,000 in just 6 months. She built a business that gives her freedom by designing a role for herself that she loved and finding people whose genius complemented her own. So, where do you find talent and how do you hand things over without it all falling apart? It comes down to 2 simple principles. First, you define the outcome, not the process. Your job is to be the expert on the what, the clear result you need, and the who, the type of genius required to get it. Second, you document the system. For repeatable tasks, record it once with a tool like Loom. Then have your new hire turn it into a standard operating procedure. Now, if what I'm sharing is already sparking ideas, and you're the kind of person who wants to scale and create freedom faster, I've put a link in the description with some resources on how we help entrepreneurs like you implement this blueprint. All right, the next step in our blueprint is the most practical and counterintuitive part. This is where 99% of business owners go wrong, and it costs them years of frustration. Step number 3 is mastering the architect's order of operations. Most people think building a business that runs itself means buying fancy marketing automation software and running ads. That's like trying to attach a rocket engine to a car that has no wheels and a broken steering wheel. It's a guaranteed crash. A self-running business is built in a specific order. First, you systematize delivery. Before you can get 100 new customers, you need a system that can flawlessly deliver your product or service to 100 new customers without you manually doing it every time. This means having a defined, repeatable process for everything that happens after someone clicks buy. From payment to fulfillment, the customer experience has to be consistent and reliable without you manually running the show every time. Your delivery must be solid before you scale. Second, you dial in your sales conversion. You must have a predictable, repeatable process for turning an interested lead into a paying customer. Whether it's a sales call script, a sales page, or an email sequence, if you can't convert leads consistently, scaling your marketing will just mean you're wasting more money faster. And last, you automate marketing and traffic. Only when your delivery is automated or delegated and your sales process is converting do you pour gasoline on the fire. This is when you build the funnels, run the ads, and scale your reach. Delivery, then conversion, then marketing, in that order, always. Doing this out of order is the single most expensive mistake you can make in your business. Assuming you have the people and the systems ready, this is where you truly become the architect. Now, step number 4 is to design the master plan. This is the strategic blueprint that guides your team's execution, so you're no longer managing people, but leading a mission. Building a self-running business requires a shift from chasing instant results to embracing delayed gratification. The operator wants to see the wall built today. The architect has the vision to see the cathedral that will be completed in a year. And the bridge between today's action and that future cathedral is one single trait: grit. Now, this isn't just a buzzword. Researcher Angela Duckworth proved that it's the single trait more than talent, more than your IQ, that predicts long-term success. Grit is the perseverance to stick with your long-term goals. And there is a practical, powerful system for installing it as the operating system for your entire company. It's called the goal hierarchy. This is the architect's tool for turning a grand vision into daily manageable actions for your team. It has 3 simple levels. First, at the very top, you set the big vision. This is your one inspiring, non-negotiable goal for the next 12 months. It's the why behind everything. It could be a revenue target, an impact number. It's the cathedral you're building. Next, you break that vision down into quarterly rocks. These are the 3 to 5 critical projects for the next 90 days. If the vision is the cathedral, these are the massive pillars that will hold it up. This is how the vision becomes reality, 1 quarter at a time. Finally, your team defines the daily actions. These are the 3 to 5 non-negotiable actions that must happen every single day to build the pillars. These are the bricks. Your job as the architect is no longer to lay every brick. Your job is to design the master plan, the big vision, and the quarterly rocks, and then empower your team, the people operating in their zone of genius, to execute. You are now focused exclusively on the future, on growth, on strategy. That is the ultimate $1,000 an hour work. I know this framework can bring up a lot of questions about your specific business. If you're ready to get crystal clear on how to build a business that creates freedom, check out the description below. You can book a free business accelerator call with my team to map out your next steps and learn how we work with clients through our Momentum Business Growth program.